risky? This is one of the most common questions that I get when I'm talking to people about a private membership association. So in this video, we're going to talk about what are considered some of the risks of having a private association and how it actually might be riskier being in the public domain. So let's just start there, shall we? Public domain right now, it looks to me like it's pretty risky to stay there. You're in for forced closure, maybe a forced drug that's experimental. Maybe you're forced to stay away from people. Maybe you're forced to wear something over your face. Maybe they can just come in and take your records for your patients and your clients. Maybe they can take your assets, seize assets. So sounds pretty risky to remain in the public domain. And this goes into a little bit of, well, maybe a lot of conditioning that we've all faced. We've been under decades, thousands of years of mind control and conditioning that we need to do things a certain way according to certain laws and rules that have just been handed down to us generation after generation, and we have maybe gotten a little complacent and didn't question those things. So everybody's questioning now. Yay, that's fantastic. Okay, so private domain, what would be some of the risks there? Again, you got to wrap your mind around it, that there is another way, and it's long-standing and it's legal, and there's lots of case law on our sides. But maybe you are going to run into different people talking about this. So that would be one of the risks, is you want to make sure that your documents that you have for your association are non-statutory. A little bit about that. If you have an attorney that is a barred attorney, so they were licensed by the bar, which is, by the way, also a private association, then anything that is formed under their license, whoever is drawing up those documents for you, then those documents are subject to the laws of the bar or to the laws of government. Okay, I hope that made sense. So that would be a risk. Make sure you know that your documents are going to be non-statutory and not subject to the laws and the rules of the federal and the state government. We're subject to our own founding documents that are non-statutory and protected by the 1st, 4th, 5th, 9th, 10th, and 14th constitutions. So I have a video on that as well, the Why a PMA video. You may run into that your CPA and other lawyers don't even know what you're talking about. So that could feel a little risky. Maybe you're going to have to educate yourself on some of your own tax law, and it's probably not very comfortable. I know it's not very comfortable for me, yet I'm learning as I go. Again, those other risks in the public domain, they're much bigger to me right now than the risk of teaching myself more about tax law. A little dry, but worth it. And that brings me to another risk, is you might need to find some time to study. I also have a video about that. It's in the 5 steps to get started with your PMA, and I link lots of resources there. But you might have to study things like your own documents for your PMA. You might have to study things like the Constitution. You might have to study things like tax law and that sort of stuff, but you'll be better off for it. Risky? Your ancestors risked a lot. We are risking a lot right now too. And there's protections for you. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the next video answering more important questions. Oh, be sure to like and subscribe and share.